Hey! Okay. Good evening, everyone. Oh my gosh, what is... just make sure my mic is set up right. Hold on. Properties. Okay, mic is set up right. Good. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Sorry for all the confusion from earlier this week of there was a stream, and then there wasn't a stream, and then there was a stream, and then there wasn't a stream. A lot of crazy things happened just earlier this week, and it got me all turned around. But we're here now. So, I hope you all are doing well. Good evening, Garrett. Good evening, Scott. It's good to see you guys. Welcome to my first diabetes awareness stream of the month / year / whatever. Paul. Good evening, Paul. Paul is pulling double duty. Oh boy. What else is going on? Are you hanging out on Denny's stream as well? Is that what's happening here? Oh man. Sorry, I kind of had to rush to get here in time to get things started in time. So I'm still a little bit kind of all over the place, but yes, tonight is officially our second section. They're back to Thursdays? Oh, okay. Go figures. The one week I'm on Thursday. So, welcome everyone to the first diabetes awareness stream of 2025 for this channel. So, for those of you who don't know, I've been type 1 diabetic for coming up on 8 years now. So, it's kind of a big part of my life. And since I have this wonderful community here, I like to, try and motivate the community to push and do good things out for the world around us. And during the month of November, which is Diabetes Awareness Month, National Diabetes Awareness Month, it's also National Model Rating Month. For the past 2 years now, I've been this year and last year. So I guess last year was the first year I did it, but I've been working with Breakthrough T1D, which some of you may know as the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, or JDRF. They've rebranded over the past 2 years. But I've been working with them in their annual month of streaming. They've realized that a lot of folks with type 1 diabetes are out there in the content creation sphere, doing live streaming. So we are raising some money for type 1 diabetes, and I'm not really sure why my ticker isn't updated. Maybe I need to update my ticker, because I saw earlier Heath donated $50, which I am super, super thankful to him for. Let me see if I can reload this. I don't know why that's not working. Alright, well, there is $50 in there. So I want to thank Heath so much for donating that to the cause. But all this month, we're going to be fundraising for Breakthrough T1D, and we've got a few incentives for donating that I've kind of put together. Let me pull those up so I can remind myself of what everything was again. So, when we hit $100 of money donated, I'll be giving away a Steam game key for folks who have Steam. It's a game called Station to Station. It's kind of like a city building train related game that they gave me access to a stream key for. So I'm going to give that away when we hit $100 raised. I will be giving away what was it? I'll be giving away a box card that we weather on stream together at $200. And a second box car at $350. And I'll be weathering some N-scale cars, but also if you are HOOS Z, even, whatever other scale, there is an option. Basically, in order to be enrolled in the giveaways, you have to donate to the cause. And when you donate, Paul, thank you so much for putting in $75. That's huge, man. I really appreciate that, and it means a ton to me. So thank you for pushing us forward. Griffey and RDGK, welcome to the stream. I got to do my little spiel before we get in there. 25. Oh, right, because Heath's 50 plus you're 25 makes 75. Dude, 25 is still huge. Thanks so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Heath's must have come in with it. Exactly. But so for you folks that are of other scales than N, when you donate, you'll get a message with a link to a form to fill out if you're interested in the giveaways. And you can add in there if you're a scale other than N scale, and I'll reach out to you if you win the giveaway, and we'll work something out. Hi, Britt. Good to have you here, too. Denny, good evening. Welcome to the party. I was just going through all the fundraising goals that I've got for this month. The overall goal is by the end of the month to hopefully get around $1,000 raised towards the Breakthrough T1D, which would be huge. But we'll take whatever we can get. Like I said, at $100, we're giving away a Steam key to a game called Station to Station. At $200 and $350, we'll be giving away boxcar weathering, either N-scale stuff we do on stream, or if you're another scale, I'll get in touch with you and work something out if you want another car weathered. And then when we hit $500, which I'm hoping will happen during my big 12-hour live stream that I'll be doing next Friday, I will be giving away some decals for a boxcar that we're going to get working on next Friday. So I actually need to make sure I have all the things for that. I need to make sure I get that put in like tomorrow, I guess. But let me quickly pull that up for you all to see that. Donation site will stay available all the way through like May or June, I believe. It'll stay up, but I'll just won't be pushing it as much. Excuse me. I won't be pushing it as much after November, just because, you know, you guys are a great community. There's a bunch of you out there, but I don't want to wear you out with constantly being like, give me money, or not me money, but give them money. So, you know, I want to be courteous to you all out there. So the site will be up through, I think it's June. If you want to continue donating, that would mean a ton to me, but there's by no means an obligation to do that. But if I can turn this on and this off, I will show you all the boxcars that I designed for the BNCCS to promote diabetes awareness. So I designed 5 boxcars for the BNCCS, 5 of the Poland Standard PS5344s that the BNCCS bought in the late 70s. And the story is in 2001, which I picked because it was the year of my birth. 2001, to support National Diabetes Awareness Month and support at the time the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. The BNCCS worked with them to paint 5 boxcars in diabetes awareness games and promote a fundraising effort annually to support type 1 diabetes research and, you know, search for a cure. So we have 25-116, which has the diabetes awareness ribbon and says pulling for your pancreas. We have 25-117 with the diabetes awareness ribbon that says derailing diabetes. We have 25-118 with the diabetes awareness ribbon saying let's make type 1 type none. 25-119, which says T1D is loco. just like playing with the double entendre of crazy and also locomotive. And then 25-120 has the slogan for this year's Breakthrough T1D campaign, which is Game Over T1D. So I will be doing 25-116, 25-117. I decided just now. I will be doing 25-117 live on stream next Friday. During my 12-hour live stream, I'll be doing all the decals for it and probably some light weathering on it. And I'll be doing it in HO scale because that's, it's for a more modern era than my N-scale stuff. So I'll be doing the one box current HO scale, but we'll be giving away 4 sets of those decals now, once we hit $500, one for each of the other numbers. And if you're interested, all you have to do is donate. It doesn't have to be a lot; it can be a couple bucks, but that gets you into the drawing. So yeah, it's going to be a fun month. I'm looking forward to some big streams. But tonight we're starting things off by kind of going through all of the things we've got. They sent me Breakthrough T1D. They sent me this sweet shirt, Game Over T1D, and it's got Rufus, the diabetes bear, playing like a Zelda kind of game on the computer screen, which is super fun. It's got Game Over T1D on top and Diabetes Awareness Month, on the ribbon. Or not the cable for the controller. They sent me some Truth or Dare cards, which we will be doing some of next Friday on my big long live stream. I got to go through and figure out which ones actually make sense for the community here. And for fun, they sent me some googly eyes. So we'll be sticking some googly eyes on some things. And actually, I think the first thing I'm going to stick my googly eyes on is my mic, because it's always in frame. I shifted some things around on my desk. So we're going to stick a couple googly eyes onto my mic here, because it's always looking at you all. Just for fun. And then we'll get into the weathering, which is the main goal of tonight's stream. There he is. Beautiful. So, with all that said and done, I have one other thing that I want to do before we get into the weathering, which is show something off. Transition that on over. So it's Mickey. You got it, Paul. There we go. That's what we're gonna call him from now on. That is Mikey. That's funny. So, I almost pushed this stream off another day because something else is showing up tomorrow, but we'll show that off on Monday. We won't unbox it, but this is a box that I received on Monday, and I was supposed to open on stream, and I did cut it open just to check one thing out, make sure it was what I thought it was. But this is for the T-Track build. So, we are going to be working with someone actually on the T-Track build, which is going to be pretty fun. But we're just going to show off what I got here first, and you'll kind of... Here, first thing we'll do actually is we'll pull out. So we're going to be working with Whistle Stop Miniatures. They are a 3D printing company. Hey! Denny, thanks so much for the 25. That puts us at 100, so we're already at the point where we got to give away this stream key. So I'm going to get through all this and then gives people a little more chance to donate if they want this game. Maybe what we'll do is, at the end of stream tonight, we'll give away the game. So anyone who donates between now and then, you'll still have a chance to get the game if you're interested in it. But Ray, good to see you. Thanks for joining in tonight, man. Good to have you. Scott, I'm sorry. Well, I guess first, I'm sorry to hear that your wife also has type 1 diabetes. It's a hard life, I know. But I'm glad you're here and supporting the effort. We got to stick together. Those of us who either are diabetic or those who care about people with diabetes. So I'm so happy to have you here. RDGK, I was not. I wish I could have been, but I went through too much travel this fall to unfortunately get to Altoona. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll be able to make it to next year's Altoona N-Scale weekend. But, so yeah, Whistle Stop Models has very, very kindly given us a discount code for any of you out there who want some of their 3D models. That'll be in the description of all the T-Track build videos. He's kind of sponsoring that project in a way. So I bought some stuff from him to check out some of his stuff, and it'll all be for use on the T-Track module. So let's go ahead and unwrap all this stuff here. So the first thing we have here, these are road guardrails in N-Scale. So you can see the kind of corrugation on those, and I got a bunch of them. There's 5 of those. And I'm going to be using those on the bridge over my T-Track modules. But basically you put a little pin in there, and then you can bend it however you need. And it's all still on the sprues, so it does require a little bit of cleanup and then paint. So we got that. We got some stacked N-Scale lumber to put at Brydane Lumber, which is going to be the lumber yard on the modules. Which, that all looks really nice. Ah, that's what this is. I got a little N-Scale, what is it called? Forklift. Along with, it's got a little rack with some tanks, and then some pallets to be placed around. Those will all be on the lumber mill module. A lot of this is going to go to the lumber yard. This is more stacked lumber, I believe. Yes, more stacked lumber. Big piles of stacked lumber as opposed to individual little cut pieces. So that all looks nice. We got some plywood sheet as well. There's the plywood in the corner here. You can see better on the side. I'll share pictures of all this in my Discord server later. That looks really nice. And then this is, I believe, the last thing. Yes, which is a pretty sweet lumber drying rack, which I will be I'll be having in the lumber yard, and I'll probably use this as a basis of scratch building another one, and then I'll probably scratch build a shed for them both to sit in at the yard. But a bunch of really nice stuff. So thanks so much to Whistle Stop Models for reaching out to me and inquiring about the project and stuff, and I'll be sure to have his code that he sent me in the description of all of the T-Track videos, and we'll go from there. But I'm excited to paint this stuff and get this stuff onto modules, because this is some nice stuff. Let's see. You met a guy at the show. He's trying to organize an event at Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. T-Trap modules in a complete loop around the E7. Wow, that's a lot of modules, because an E7 is long. That sounds like fun. I might, I know some folks that are down that way. I might have to see if I can get looped in on that. You rated AA Hobbies. $15 Athearn cars this afternoon. New project on the workbench. Sweet! Always good to have new projects on the workbench, Ray. Happy to hear that for you, man. Meanwhile, we have, at this point, an old project on the workbench tonight, as well as a nice boxcar that we're going to be doing some weathering on. Something that hasn't happened on Weekly Weathering and More in a bunch of months. Well, maybe not a bunch of months, at least a couple months. So, yeah, we're going to get to that. And I'll kind of talk through my process. I just got to make sure I have all my bits and bobs here that I need for it. I've got my sponges. I need my brushes, which are here somewhere. You'd think, having pushed back the stream like 4 days, I would have been able to pull all my stuff together. Alas, I'm a mess. So I did not pull all my stuff together nearly as well as I should have. But it's okay. We'll manage. There's my palette, which I need. Those are all up there, which is fine. What else do I need? Anything? I don't think so. Oh, gloves. That way I don't get my fingerprints all over everything. Good evening, Sean. Welcome into the stream, my friend. Happy to have you. I was just talking about T-Track, and Ray's talking about T-Track. Update on his T-Track modules and the ATLP Extra this upcoming very soon, which will be good to see. Ray, I keep saying to you and to my NMRA rep that I gotta get some articles written up, but I just keep forgetting. Yes, this is Mikey. Paul and I have decided, well, Paul I guess has decided, and I agree with him that this is Mikey. That is courtesy of Breakthrough T1D, the folks that we are raising money for all this month. They're a group that fundraises for diabetes awareness and research. And supports all that, and as a type 1 diabetic, that means a lot to me. So I'm raising money for them all this month. If you want the link, there's a link down in the description. You can also type ! I think I set this up. Someone try it. If you type ! Donate in the chat, it might work. Or I might have turned that off. We'll find out, I guess, if someone does it. I guess I can do that. I guess I have that power to test that. Oh, Ray has the power to test that too. Okay. It did not work. Alright, so that means I need to go to here. And I think I remember where that was. I want to turn that on because I think that's cool. Why is it not loading? Why is it not loading? Why is it not loading? In the meantime, yes, there's part of the link that Garrett shared here. And I go there. Okay. Now, if someone types, now if I type. Does it work? Did I set it up right? You're doing your best, Garrett. There it is. Where did I do that? Was that in here? I need to stop getting distracted is what I need to do. Alright, I need to not worry about this right now. Because Garrett shared the link right there already, and the link is down in the description. But that will bring you to my Tiltify campaign, which is where I'm raising money all this month for diabetes awareness. Who joined? Who joined the chat? I saw John Train BFGR. Welcome. That may still not work. The curses of copy paste on mobile. I'm not sure. Yeah, the one in the description definitely works. I checked that one. So, what was I doing? I was about to just get my gloves so I can start this weathering event. And we can get into what we're actually trying to do tonight, which is get these boxcars weathered. Or this boxcar and this thing. Oh my goodness, that name is so scrunched I can barely even see it. Give me a second. Let me pull up my campaign so I can actually read who you are that donated, but thank you. Hold on, I need to reload the page. Oh, Extra Glove. Thank you, whoever you are, for the $25 donation. Ah, of course. The Hartford Providence and Fishkill Railroad Historical Society for the 25. Thank you. Thanks, Ray. I appreciate that so much. For anyone who has Steam out there, at the end of the stream, because we hit $100, at the end of the stream, I will be giving away a Steam key a key to a game on Steam for free, called Station to Station, which is a train game, kind of a community build, like a town building train game, developed by a member of the Type 1 Diabetes community. So I'll be giving that away for free at the end of the stream because we hit $100. When we hit 200, I'll be giving away a boxcar weathering, whether it's one that we weather live on stream or one that we work out off stream if you're not an N-scaler. And the same at 350, but we're already at $125, which is almost as much. It's probably about half of what I made last year in total. Hold up the name of that paint set. Okay. This is the paint that I'm using. So this is my gouache set. And this is just a cheap set of gouache that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It's not great, but it does do the work. Scott A. Scott, thank you so much for the donation. Holy cow. Was that oh, Scott. Holy cow. Dude, thank you so much. That's huge. Well, I guess we're giving away some boxcars. $250, man. Whoa. Thank you so much. That's huge. Oh, it's hard to focus after that, man. That is mind-blowing. We've already blown past all three of the 4 donation goals that I set up for myself. So, you guys are crazy. Thank you guys so much for it's not even been half an hour, and we're already almost halfway to the goal that I set for myself for the whole month. You guys are crazy. All right. Whew. Jeez, guys. This is something else. This is something else. Scott's doing a tie-in with the health challenge. You're gonna donate $1 for every mile you walk. Oh man, thank you so much. Yeah, the whole community really appreciates it. As I'm sure living with someone who has diabetes, it's not the easiest thing in the world. It kind of sucks. You have your up days and your down days, and for the most part you can live normal life, but it's just so much harder than it otherwise would be. So every dollar you guys donate helps promote, work towards a cause, work towards a cure, hopefully, in the future for this disease. That way, folks like myself and Scott's wife and so many people around the world will not have to suffer through what I deal with on a daily basis. Anyways, let's fade this locomotive here. So I'm just picking up a little bit of gouache on my foam little makeup sponge thing here. Wait, I can zoom. I remember. I have the power. I have the power to zoom. Oh, I'm sorry. I got louder, closer to my mic than let me actually do that a little bit. That way, when I do that, it's not as bad. Go to properties. Configure. Camera control. Zoom. Well, too much zoom. That's a good amount of zoom. Oh man. Oh. Sorry, I'm still kind of flabbergasted at you guys, especially you, Scott, but everyone, thank you so much. All right. So yeah, I'm just kind of dabbing some of the gouache on here, and the gouache is good for this step. Like an oil paint, a gouache or an oil is really good for this fading step because you can kind of pull the color around, and if you put too much, it's pretty easy to pull some color off to fade out. You know, give it a slightly sun bleached appearance. I'm gonna do this especially on the roof. Oh, a little too much. A little bit of water here. Brush, 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 brush. There we go. Just pick up a touch of water on the brush. Clean some of that up. A little too much got on there. Anyway, so how's everyone out there doing tonight? Danny, I was only able to tune into a little bit of your stream at the end, but looked like you were doing some good work on the wall there, the retaining wall. It was looking really nice. How about everyone else? How have you folks all been? It's been a couple weeks now since I've streamed, so I got to catch up with what's been going on in your guys' lives and world. Now, of course, I've seen Paul since I last streamed. Spent some time staying at his house a couple weekends ago for Ops Around the Clock, which is the Rochester area Ops weekend, which was 2 weekends ago, which I had a blast at. And at some point, hopefully in the near future, I will be getting a video out about it. I got a lot of really great footage out there of some really nice layouts. Paul's layout, the Rochester Model Railroad Club, and I spent some time at the Jim Fairbanks Hojack line. Unfortunately, I forgot to get any video there. I was too busy actually running. I was running a very, very, very tight little yard, so I didn't have time to really get any good footage. But I did have a fun time running trains there. And then I spent some time at thanks to Paul, spent some really sweet time running trains at Bruce Ryan's Manhattan Terminal layout, which was really an incredible time. Not to mention the fact that Paul and I went rail fanning Friday morning and caught some pretty sweet alco action, which, being an alcoholic myself, I greatly appreciated. We caught RS-32 long hood forward from Lockport to Brockport on the Falls Road. And then we caught a C424 and the final remaining New Haven C425 in existence on the Lakeville, Avonia, and Lakeville, Avon, whatever, and Livonia, which was super fun. I think I said all those names right, Paul. I think I got all those names right and pronounced them correctly. I don't know, but I had a blast. Is the key takeaway there? Is I had so much fun out in the Rochester area. Right names, wrong order. Oh, is it the Livonia, Avon, and Lakeville? Yeah. There we go. Close enough. And Garrett set some decal stuffs to Paul. Funnily enough, I did the same. I sent Paul some decals that I was supposed to bring with me to his house and forgot to. So those will be Those are actually the decals for this locomotive. A handful of right pronunciation. That's the most important part. Good. Yeah, I have to catch myself on Avon because I keep wanting to say Avon, but it's not. It's Avon. There we go. 1700's getting faded pretty nicely here, but yes, I did actually send you the decals. Oh, Garrett's just making you do work for him. I see. BN Ironwood, good evening. Good to have you, my friend. How have you been? I'm out here doing some weathering tonight, which is nice because it's been a while since I've gotten to sit down and do some weathering. I've been very busy with a lot of other projects and a lot of other things going on in my life. So it's nice to just sit down and do some weathering. But yes, I did send you, Paul. I got him in the mail. Was that this morning or was that yesterday morning? I got in the mail. It's one of the last 2 mornings. I got you those decals in the mail. Hopefully USPS doesn't give you the non-Irish treatment. But those should be up there sometime early next week. And then you can, you'll have what you need to get started on your own version of this locomotive. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Ironwood. I'm pretty happy with how this is coming along. How this project has come along. This locomotive, because this is something I had been working on stream for a number of weeks, probably almost a month. So now we are just giving her the weathering treatment. That way she's has that appearance of a road-worn soldier. She may not be the favorite power on the railroad, but we still put her to good work. And of course, because I'm me, I will have arriving actually literally tomorrow, which is why I had considered putting off this stream one more day to show it off, but I'll show it off on Monday instead. I just won't be able to unbox it live. But I will have arriving something actually not for this railroad. Not for my railroad, but for my, growing fleet of New Haven stuff. That will be arriving tomorrow morning, which I'm very excited about. Yes, dump brushes everywhere, Dennis. Good move. Good show, good show. Paul is still looking for decals for his Finger Lakes boxcars. Oh. Oh man, it's nice to just sit back and weather. Paul seems confused. Garrett 25. That puts us at $400 raised in, how long has it been? 40 minutes? You guys are crazy. I appreciate you all so much. more than you'll ever know. I'm so happy to give away some stuff for you. I won't give away the boxcars tonight because I want to do it. I want to do at least one of those boxcars live on stream. You know, I want to put in some more weathering work live on stream. So I have to. I'll pick up. Probably what I'll do is I'll make sure I have boxcars that I plan on for the giveaway. I haven't really. I want to be honest. I did not think that I would get this far this fast. So I kind of was like, yeah, I'll figure out the boxcars and everything when we get there, which I assuming would be another couple weeks. So you guys have blown my expectations out of the water, and I'm gonna have to set up some more incentives further down the line. But I'm not I'm not disappointed. I'm just I'm pleasantly surprised, I guess is the best way to put it. You guys have blown my expectations out of the water, and I appreciate you all so much. If we get me to half, will I sing Bon Jovi? You know what? For you, Paul, I will. I will sing John Bon Jovi. Okay. So we've done a pretty good job. So for reference, this side has not been faded yet. This side has. It's a minor difference, and it's honestly not that clear on camera. But in person, it is noticeably paler on this side, which is exactly what I'm looking to do. I'm just going to get some onto the fuel tank as well. Oops, too much white on my brush. I'm not too worried about it looking kind of strange right now because this is only the base layer for the weathering. Of course, it really doesn't like to stick to this plastic that Kata uses for their fuel tanks and stuff. It's a very slick plastic. So I'm really kind of having to load it on there. Or maybe if I do like that and really kind of wet it down and almost give it a wash. Maybe that'll be better. I'm going to give the same wash to the trucks. Oh, boy. Let's see, what else is new for me in the world of trains? Well, I think I've talked about it a bit on stream, but I have been doing a lot of volunteer work down at the Danbury Railway Museum, Danbury, Connecticut, which has been a ton of fun, and we're getting ready for our winter season. So we're going to be doing a Santa train. So today they started prepping the rail yard for that, doing some decorations and such, and starting the end of the month That'll be happening, and that'll be with our Bud RDC, which is, I believe, New Haven 32. So that'll be fun. Jeez, all of a sudden I'm getting so many different notifications out of nowhere. But, in any case, that can go away now. On your virtual walk to Heath's layout, you should get there in about another week and a half. Yeah, you're gonna walk up the river to me. Nice. Yeah, you should walk to Poughkeepsie and then walk over the Poughkeepsie Bridge. That's a nice bridge. It's sad that there's no trains on it, but it's a good thing that you know it's still standing and it's still useful. But that's a cool bridge. So yeah, if you make the walk all the way up to Poughkeepsie, which is I think another approximately 100 miles, like 80 something miles, you'll make it to Poughkeepsie. And yeah, that's a the bridge alone is a good mile, like a mile and a quarter from standing on solid ground to standing on solid ground again. Which is when it was built, it was the longest bridge in the world, which is pretty sweet. It is now the longest. It's the longest stable span. What's the word? It's the longest non-suspension pedestrian bridge in the world, I believe. It's like 7,000 feet long or something like that. Keep walking up to Albany, then hang a left at the Erie Canal and walk out the... Yeah, there you go. Walk out and hang out with Paul. Of course, that's adding another, like... Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you, Scott. That's probably another, what, like almost 400 miles from my house to Paul's house? So, don't know how reasonable that is by January 1st. New York City to my house is just shy of 100 miles. So that's a little more doable, I think. Because New York to Poughkeepsie is, I think, like 86 miles or something like that. It's in the mid-80s. John, $10. Thank you so much. You guys have blown me away. Heath, you're here. Thank you so much for kicking us off with the $50 earlier tonight. We're at $410, which is, almost halfway to the end of what I was hoping to get by the end of the month, and we are 50 minutes into my month of streaming. So you guys are so generous, and I can't thank you enough for supporting diabetes research. And diabetes awareness and such. So we're gonna fade the 40-2 here. This is too much fading. I gotta wipe some of this off. Too heavily faded. Your niece has diabetes. Again, I'm really sorry to hear that she's struggling through living with this, but I greatly appreciate your generosity in working to hopefully find an end to it, so that folks like us don't have to continue to suffer either living with it ourselves or seeing folks we love struggle with it. We're almost halfway there. Yeah, you got that right, Paul. Yeah, well, I promised Paul that when we do hit the 500 mark, I will have to sing some John Bon Jovi for him. So, you all can look forward to that. Boy. Ridiculousness. I'll need to increase my goals, aiming too low. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding, Heath. You folks have blown my expectations out of the water, and I'm so grateful for that. So to reiterate, all of the kind of incentives and stuff that I put in place that you folks have absolutely demolished through. End of the stream tonight, we will be giving away a Steam key for a game called Station to Station, which is a kind of town building sort of game built around trains. Which was developed by a member of the diabetes community, and I'll be giving away a free key to unlock that game for anyone. Basically, I'll be doing a drawing. I'll go through at the end of the stream, and I'll pull up the list of folks who donated, and anyone who said that yes, I'm interested. You'll be enrolled in the drawing for that. Oh, did I even set that up? Oh no, that's what I was just gonna do the list of everyone. Everyone who donated is automatically enrolled in that. I think. I don't recall. I don't remember what I did to set this stuff up, man. That was like more than 2 hours ago. I can't remember that long ago. Are you kidding me? Basically forever ago. Oh, Paul needs blackmail. I don't know if he's saying for people he needs blackmail on people to get them to donate, or if he's saying he needs blackmail on me of a video of me singing. I don't know if Paul knows how nice I sing and how much I really don't care, you know, how much I'll sing for folks for free. But in any case. See, what else is going on new with me in the train? Oh, this Sunday, for folks who are not virtually walking to the Poughkeepsie area, but are within actual reach of the Poughkeepsie area, from 10 a.m. to, I believe, 4 p.m., at the MCN Convention Center, or MJN Convention Center, the Poughkeepsie Civic Center, for folks who are more familiar with that name of the area. I will be at the Poughkeepsie Train Show, which is put on by the Hudson Valley Railway Society, or Railroad Society, excuse me. And we will be I'll be in charge of the T-Track layout. So I will have my Hopewell modules. For anyone who's interested in seeing how those are going, they will be part of the T-Track layout. And I'll either do a video or a live stream from the show. I haven't decided yet. But that's going to be a fun show. Well, promotion emails, and do you want to share your address? Yeah, that sounds about right for what I signed up. I think that's the options that I clicked when I was putting in the Google form. I don't remember. It was something like, do you want to spam your community, and do you want to steal their address to send them snail mail spam? Sean, 25 again, thank you, or $25, thank you again, everyone. But thank you, Sean, for $25 more towards the goal. You did hear T-Track, Sean. You sure did. And I guess that was the magic words to get Sean to donate, was T-Track. But I will be showing off my Klondike's modules at the Poughkeepsie Train Show this weekend. I've made a lot of really good progress on Hopewell Junction, and I'll be in charge of the T-Track layout, most of which, well, I don't know about most of which, a lot of which will be Klondike's modules. 4-day vacation for you after work ends. Wait, what? 4-day vacation for you? Oh, I got it. After work ends tomorrow, you'll have a 4-day vacation. Understood. Man, I don't know why that bungled my brain so badly, Paul. But I got you now. So that's fun. That's good to look forward to. Yeah, say T-Jack 3 times and Sean appears. There you go. It's like Beetlejuice, but with model trains. Like Beetlejuice with N-scale modular model routing. I would say that is pretty well oh, I almost forgot the rear face of the locomotive. Gotta fade that. Reading is hard. True, Garrett. Very true. Alright, good. And then some down on the pilot. Let's get the sill. I realized I forgot the sill. Alright, I would say that's fairly well faded. Let's jump to the boxcar. This is Microtrain's Chattahoochee Industrial Railroad boxcar, which I picked up fairly recently, but I thought was a really nice car. And if I remember correctly, I picked this up for, very, very good reasons. Those reasons being I was a little bit under the price of this boxcar away from free shipping on an order, so I had to pick it up. You know how that goes. Right, folks? You all know. What was I going to do? Not get free shipping? That's absurd. Model Railroader math. You got that right, Paul. Did you ever put that shirt together, or did we only ever talk about that? Because if you didn't put that shirt together, it's a good shirt. You just thought it was neat. Fair enough. It is a neat car. I'm very excited for the box that's coming tomorrow. Because that's going to be something really neat to see. I can't wait to get it and try it out. That'll also be at the Poughkeepsie Train Show on Sunday, I think. I think I've decided that. That's where it'll be making its debut, that item. The real question is whether buying the car was cheaper than shipping. Did I get more trains since I got the car? The real question is not whether buying the car was cheaper than shipping. It's, did you get more trains since you bought the car? The answer is, yeah. Why wouldn't I have gotten more trains since I got the car? Of course I got more trains since I bought the car. To be fair, I haven't gotten that many more trains since I got the car. I really haven't. I've been doing very good because I've been not in making a lot of money recently. So I've been doing very good at being fiscally responsible. But of course I got more transits. Are you kidding me? Of course I've gotten more transits. I got the car. What a silly question, Garrett. Oh, speaking of Paul and Garrett and Upstate, once I finish fading this car, I have some pictures that I need to share, which I shared in my Discord server. But I've yet to share with you folks all because I have not done a stream since it happened. They are the top secret things that I had been talking about on streams before. Before whatever. On my last stream, I'd been talking about top secret things. That's fine. Just a light fade on the Chattahoochee car. Let me see if I can pull up that pictures. Or rather, those pictures. Jump to my server, jump to modeling. There we go. Pop this over here. At this point, you may never get the RDCs. This has been your luck on every pre-order through repeat. Damn. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I hope you can get those because that sucks. Yeah, I'm happy. Much as I hate to say this to you, I'm really happy I pre-ordered through Train World because I've never ever had an issue of going through Train World, and if there ever was an issue, they called me and let me know. It wasn't just ever up in the air. But Train World has done well for me in the 2 pre-orders I've gotten from them, which are that and the Kato Rainbow Era set. Pre-ordered that through them, and it came out good. This close was just busy. I mean, it's not a bad thought. Anyways, this is what I wanted to show off. This was so this one was less secret. This car was fairly well known about. This is BNCCS 25200, which is a PS 5277 instead of a 5344. Is a 5277. So the 100 series, the 25100s are 25100s are PS 5345s. 25200s are PS 5277s. So this is 25200, which is the class leader, and this was a car that Paul gave to me. That car does look familiar, doesn't it, Paul? This is a car that Paul gave to me undecorated in order to have painted up for the BNCCS. And I was able to bring it to him when I went up to Rochester. As you can see, oh, we are jumping ahead. As you can see, what the heck is going on? We're jumping ahead. What is going on? Jump to there. Thank you. As we can see, it is Circa compliant. I got the short line and regional carriers of America decal on there, which is super sweet. I think it looks really good on the maroon, the Balfour red backdrop. But I'm super happy with this car, how this car came out. And I hope Paul seems to be happy with it. And this is the car that was top secret at the time last week. This is a PS 4250, I think it is. Covered hopper. And this is for salt service on the BNCCS. So this is going to go as part of the freelance cinematic universe that Paul has been building up. Well, Paul and a bunch of us, but this is going directly into Paul's freelance cinematic universe. He's now got a Salt City car. He's got his own cars, and now he has this for the salt pool on his Fremo world. But this is BNCCS. This is the 6000 series. The 6000 series is going to be the salt hoppers. It's got all the correct decaling on. We got do not heat or hammer car. We've got when empty, return to the mine at Mount Morris, New York. Salt mine at Mount Morris, New York. We've got an Americoat lining with a patched over date, which, Paul, I don't even know if I pointed this out to you, but we have a light gray color patch and then a dark gray offset color patch for the relining date, because I thought that was fun. So it's like sloppily painted over and then with a new date on there. So if you look closely at the car, you'll see the black kind of doesn't quite fit onto the light gray of the older paint, the older decal patch. And then, of course, we are also circuit compliant on the covered hopper. So, yeah, 6005 in the top corner there, all that. Yeah, isn't that a fun little detail, Paul? I thought that was a fun little detail to add. So it was like it was lined in the 90s and then it was relined in 2000. I think I did in 2003 or 2002. It was relined. There we go. When empty, return to American Ridge Salt, American Ridge Salt, Mount Morris, New York. Do not heat or hammer car. All the accurate detailing and everything. So, 4750. That's what it is. I don't know what I said, but this is a PS 4750 covered hopper. And this was just a car that I had lying around that I was able to repaint. So, it worked out really well. And I was super happy to get it done and send it to you, Paul. And I hope you're as happy as you seem to be when you got it. Do you have some Conroe maintenance away things ordered through them right now, but you swap that to a vendor if you can find that everything you want? American Rock Salt. I don't know why. I'm having a moment, Paul, all right? Listen. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, so back to the weathering. I do want to get 1700 a bit grimed up here. Good. I'm happy to hear that, Paul. I'm really happy to hear that. I hope it fits in well with the rest of the FCU cars that you're building up. And can't wait to see it running with some GWT stuff someday. Maybe even with some BNCCS power at some point. Maybe even in February. Which reminds me, Paul, I gotta send you these pictures of this shell. Because I just have it sitting around here. Oh, I gotta cut those off. I was filling in the holes for the old crappy horns that it came with, because I want to put a nicer horn on. So I was trying to fill those with wood stakes, at least as a start. But anyways, back to 1700 here. She's gonna get a little bit of grime and a little bit of grit added to her. So I'm gonna do pretty much everything on the locomotive with powders, because I like powders for the locomotive because it's easily reversible. Just pull all my powders out here. I got my soot. Got used brick is probably not going to get used. Dark rust, light rust, and old Tuscan are all good to have out and about. And I do have my, it's right here, my other pigments if I need it. Alright, so let's start with darkening in all of these vents and things. So let's open up my soot. Oh, pardon me. Sweep this excess powder that came out of the box into the trash here. I gotta take this trash out. Oh boy, the call for modules went out for the Rock RPM. Oh boy. Yeah. Having the Jeep, I'm hoping I can have the Jeep done by Springfield. But definitely the goal is for it to be done by the Rock RPM. And 1700 here, of course, as well. Ted! Welcome in, Ted. We are doing a bunch of weathering tonight, which you should enjoy. I am weathering up 1700 here. Darkening in all the vents and grills and everything. Oh, shoot. I really need to transfer some of this weathering powder into another container because it is way over. This container is like so over full when I got it. Which is wonderful. But, that means I have a lot of weathering powder, but it means that every time I open it, I spill some, which then is hard because it's the Bragdon powders, which just means it's very sticky. it's very it's got a lot of what am I trying to say? Who knows? Should probably get the detail of part list. Well, it's partly on me, Paul, to be fair, because I did tell you I would send you some good photos of this shell. That way you could have a good place to start in finding me some detailed parts, and I have neglected to do that. I'll do that. How about I'll do that after stream tonight? Yeah, the stay put stuff, exactly. Which means it now stays put on my cutting mat, as you'll see right there. Even if I wipe that up, I gotta like really scrub it down. Think you're on track to have Arco locos all done for the Rock RPM? Just finished the custom sound files for the hybrids. Nice. That's awesome. Registration form is nearing completion, so to be up on the website soon. Sweet. Yeah, the freelance table. That'll be so fun. I'm definitely gonna bring both. I'm gonna bring my freelance stuff, but I'm also gonna bring my prototype stuff because, you know, still be an RPM. Yeah, alcohol cleans it up good. Exactly, Paul. Yeah, Ted. But it's still a pain. Uh-oh. Did I lose windshield wiper? No. I don't know if it was on my workbench or if it was in the weathering powder. But I've got a windshield wiper here. Right there, that little shiny spot is an N-scale windshield wiper. So, not sure where that came from. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. That way I can save it later. There it is. What the hell am I doing? I have tweezers right here. I'm trying to pick it up with my hand. Freelance tables plural is sweet. I'll put that right there. That way I don't lose it. How many could be? 6 locos. Sweet. I'll bring all my BNCCS power for sure. And then I will also be bringing, like I was saying, my New Haven stuff. And I'm going to try and get some stuff really, really nicely detailed on the New Haven side between now and then. I'm going to try and get my Jeeps. Excuse me. I'm going to try and get my Jeep 9s accurate, get them better, more accurately detailed. I'm going to try and get I already got the Hancock air whistles on them. I have the one Jeep that I still need to do some paint work on the handrails and grab irons. Although I may not, because I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a full external grab set on those, separately applied grab set on those yet or not. I haven't decided, but I might. And then I'm also going to be doing, I might be trying to do the extended battery boxes and tool containers and stuff that were on the New Haven's Jeep 9s. But I've yet to decide on that. And then I'm going to try and... I actually... I'll show this off too, because I was working on this earlier today, which is part of that. I was trying to get it done before stream tonight, but not quite. This may just look like a little orange triangle. But what it actually is a 3-dimensional orange triangle. No, what it actually is a Dorito. Now, what it actually is an N scale steam generator stack for a New Haven RS3. Goes right there, which is exactly how it should look on New Haven RS3. So, once I get that done, then I want to get correct horns, because it just comes with crappy little Atlas horns, and I want to get accurate horns on this. I got to put the smoke generator intake on the short hood of the RS3, and then I'm going to probably do all the same on my RS2, although the RS2 may not have had that. The one I was looking at in the pictures, I don't think it had that, so I have to double check. But I want to get accurate horns on there. And then I got to double check all the other details to make sure they're all accurate too. And then this can go to the RPM as well. And then I want to weather some passenger cars and try and pull together a prototypical consist based on some prototype photos of New Haven passenger stuff. And we'll see what gets... Yeah, again, like Garrett is saying, we'll see what gets done. Because we got lots of projects going on. But I may even try to have some BNCCS passenger stuff there. So for folks like Ted who joined after I gave my last spiel, the reason I'm streaming tonight, instead of just pushing the stream off until next Monday, is November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, as well as National Model Railroading Month. And as a Type 1 diabetic, I wanted to try and mobilize you guys as a community to help support the research into hopefully finding a cure for Type 1 diabetes. And raising awareness of the disease and so on. So all this month, all my streams are going to be fundraising for Breakthrough T1D, which is a diabetes awareness and research foundation, which used to be the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, or JDRF. They've since rebranded to Breakthrough T1D, but they push for research into type 1 diabetes and are part of the search for a cure. And as a diabetic, it means a lot to me to fundraise for that. So down in the description below, I have a link to my fundraising campaign. We have already, because you folks are wild, as you can see at the top of the stream over there next to Mikey, on the far side for Mikey, we've already reached $435 in an hour and 27 minutes, which blows my mind away, because it means that we have surpassed we've nearly gotten to halfway through my planned and hoped for amount of money we would raise all month. So you guys have blown me away, and I'm so incredibly grateful. But the fact that we reached that much so fast also means that I have some incentives to give away. So at the end of the stream tonight, I'll be giving away a unlock key for a free game on Steam called Station to Station, which is it's kind of like a town building game based around trains. It's developed by someone in the diabetes community, and I have a Steam key to give out for that for free. So what I'll probably do is at the end of the stream, I'll go through everyone who donated, and we'll do a random drawing for whoever wins that. And if you don't want it, let me know, and we'll do another random drawing and find someone who does want it. If you don't have a Steam account or whatever. And then so that was supposed to be $100, which we reached in like 10 minutes, because you guys are just absolutely incredible. But so that was $100. At $250, I was supposed to be, or maybe it was $250. I was supposed to be giving away a boxcar weathering that I was planning on doing on stream live Monday. And if you folks are not in N scale, when we do that drawing, which will be Monday, if you're in N scale, you'll get a boxcar that I weather live on stream. If you're not in N scale, there's a thing to drop your email in the survey that I send out. And I'll get in touch with you if you want something other than an N-scale car, and you can touch base, and we can figure out a way to get you the car. Get me the car that you want me to weather. And then another boxcar giveaway was supposed to happen at $350. So that's all been blown away. So all of that's going to be happening on Monday. Well, the game giveaways tonight, but the boxcar giveaways are going to be Monday. And then if we hit $500, which I'm hoping, I was hoping would happen like maybe towards the end of my 12-hour live stream that I'm going to do next Friday. But instead, it's probably going to, at this rate, it'll happen by the end of the night. But because you people are so incredibly generous. But I will be giving away decals to my BNCCS Breakthrough Diabetes Awareness boxcars. I'll be doing one live on stream, and I'll have 4 more that will be available to be printed in any scale. So when you win, I'll reach out and we'll figure out what scale you want the decals in. That way I can get them all printed and sent out and everything. But But yeah, I'll be doing one boxcar live on stream next week. All the decals and everything. And singing John Bon Jovi, of course. For Paul's blackmail folder. So right now I'm just trying to build up some grime around where the wheel sets would kick it up. Oh, do I have... I have to get some black panel liner. I only have some brown panel liner, but we're going to use it. Where did my wipe go? Yeah, when we hit $500, Paul, what I'll do is I will pull up a karaoke track for I will literally pull up a karaoke track for "Living on a Prayer" by John Bon Jovi, and you will get your blackmail. I mean your content. So I'm just trying to do some panel liner to accentuate some of the detail on this shell here. You shared my stream after I agreed to it, hoping to pull some people in. We'll make it happen, Paul. Don't worry. I have trust in you all. If nothing else, I have trust that you want to see me sing Bon Jovi. This panel lining is hard in N scale when you've used too thick of a primer, so you've lost a lot of the detail already. I'm gonna have to do some more. I'm gonna have to do something to fix some of this. 'Cause it doesn't look bad, but it definitely needs something on top. How do I... I guess I could just kind of put a little bit of this everywhere. Oops. Working off camera. There you folks go. Sounds good, Gareth. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for contributing to the campaign, and thanks for just being here tonight, man. I know it's an off night for me. It's not the usual time that I'm out here streaming. Well, it is the usual time, but it's not the usual day. But glad to have you here. It was great to meet you a couple weekends ago, Garrett. It was great to be able to run the train with you at Bruce's, and I hope you have a great rest of your night, man. That looks pretty good. That kind of blends it in pretty well. I'm going to do a little bit around the gong nose. Or gong bell on the nose. Gong nose. Oh boy, now I've done it. Well, I haven't ruined it. It's still alright. Yeah, it's alright. Alright, let's just... let's not try and get every panel here. Sorry if this is not super visible to you guys. Sorry if I'm going a little bit nonverbal here, folks. I'm just really kind of focusing in here. There we go. All right, now back to the powders. All right, that's pretty good. Let me go ahead and darken in all of the walkways with this powder. Good. All right, let's cap this stuff off. Sounds good, Scott. Thanks so much again. So much again for all of your support, man. It means so much to have such a huge donator just really push us ahead. And I can't appreciate I can't share my appreciation for you enough, man. Have a great rest of your night. See you next week. Normal stream on Monday, and then big stream on Friday. Yep, I again, thank you so much, man. Thank you for putting in the work. All right, let's go to some more earth tones. So we're gonna do the Old Tuscan for and that's exactly what I'm talking about with this stuff. There's just too much in this bag, or this box, this bin, whatever the heck it's called. This container. I love that it's so full. But it means that now I have a massive mess on my workbench that I need to work around, so I need to clean that up. Where did my alcohol containers go? There's one. Oh. Splash a little bit on this paper towel. I want to at least finish up the 40-2 tonight on stream. So I know we're getting a little late here, getting towards what the end of the stream would normally be, but I do want to wrap up at least the SD40-2. And then at least get a basic amount of weathering done on the Chattahoochee car. Yeah, that's a little cleaner. All right. Let's try Old Tuscan again. Gonna use it to add a little bit of warmth in. So we're going to do the brown, and then we're going to go back over it with the soot again, I think, is what I'm going to do. Alright, here we go. Let's go back in with the soot again. Over some areas of this to darken it back in. Alright, and now let's go in with just a couple little spots of rust. I'm going to go with the dark rust, and then we'll maybe do a couple spots of light rust as well. Did it again. Start off with a little bit of a light rust wash on some of these metal parts. Hey! Have a good night, Ted, and good evening, Mr. Late Night Hobbies himself, Joey. Good to see you at Bruce's a couple weeks ago. Good to catch up with you. I think on next week's big live stream, I'm going to be tearing into your kit that you gave me, which is sitting here somewhere. Joey. Where did I put that? Well, I promise it's on my table here somewhere. RBRT Model Railroad, welcome in. Glad you're stopping by to say hi. I'm out here raising money for type 1 diabetes research and stuff. Research and awareness and stuff for Breakthrough T1D all this month. I'll have a link down in the description to my campaign. As you can see on the opposite side of Mikey over there. This is Mikey, by the way. We've already raised $435 tonight alone. Huge thank to Scott's, Winchester and Western Railroad. Excuse me. For a huge chunk of that. But thank you to everyone who's donated. Every little bit counts. So thanks for stopping in tonight, RBRTMMR. And Joey. How have you been? Hopefully doing well since I last saw you a couple weeks ago. So I'm just putting some light rust spots around 1700 here. Put one big kind of corner on the nose here that's a little rusty. A couple big spots on the up there. All right, and now let's get a little bit of light rust in here. And then we'll call this car done, I think. Or not this car. This is not a car. This is a locomotive. I don't know what I'm saying. Guess that means it's time to start wrapping the stream, I guess. There. I think that's good. So here's the final. This is what BNCCS 1700 would look like right at the end of her time on the BNCCS, I'd imagine. Looking pretty worse for wear. But certainly not so bad as to not be in service any longer. Now we're going to jump to the Chattahoochee car. Chattahoochee car, I'm just going to do real quick because it's not going to get too much weathering. I don't think I want it to have too much. Really think I just want it to be dirty a little bit around the trucks here. And the undercarriage, underframe. There we go. Just kind of quickly blending some things together here. And then I'm just gonna quickly do down the ridge line here. With some dark rust. Pull it down either side. Do the same over here. This is not going to be one of the cars I'm giving away, just because it's a little too... It's a little bit not quite... It's a little too quick and loose for me to be wanting to give it away to one of you guys. Okay, there we go, there we go. And I think that is gonna do it for Chattahoochee car. So I think that is gonna wrap my stream for the night. Oh man, because I am getting a little sleepy, and I got a bunch of things I need to do tomorrow anyway. So it's time for me to wrap it up. I had to clean my whole desk tonight before I go to bed because it's a mess now. But with all that said and done, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. I know it's not my usual streaming time. Well, it is my usual streaming time, but it's not my usual streaming night. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. It's been so incredible to be where we are already, one stream deep. And as far as fundraising goes, you guys have blown me away. Thank you all so much for supporting me and supporting causes that mean a lot to me, like this. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I will see you all on Monday at my normal streaming time. So thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed and have a great night. And I will see you all on the next track.